Great, thank you, Angela. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great. So now we're going to begin the real data dump on all of you. And there's a lot of data points in here. And as Angela mentioned, you don't have to furiously take notes. We'll have it up, this entire presentation up on the Common Ground website. And that website address is www.commongroundsb.org. So Common Ground SB is all one word, .org. And that'll be this presentation will be up this afternoon. And what you'll take away from this entire data information session that we're giving you today is really the bottom line, that there are still too many people who are homeless and living in our communities, and the reasons are really diverse and complex, and we're making some inroads, but we have a big task ahead of us, because at least in my book, if there's one person that's homeless, that's one too many. We need to do something about that. So, the results on our 2013 survey, the number of people that we encountered was 1,466, and of those, we had 1,111 agree to complete the survey for us. And of that subset, the 1,111, 886 people were deemed vulnerable with an elevated risk of premature mortality. That's dying at way too early of an age. How does that compare with our 2011 efforts? In 2011, we encountered 1,536 people, and 1,143 agreed to be surveyed, of which 932 were deemed vulnerable. So the numbers are pretty close when you look at the overall picture that between this year's VI survey and the 2011 survey. Contacts by region. It's always really important to figure out where is everyone, where are the impacts in what community within our county. And you'll see that we have the different communities where we surveyed by region, and Carpinteria, 0.68, less than 1%. Cuyama Valley, we didn't have any surveys there. Guadalupe, we found 1. Isla Vista, 81. Lompoc, 104. Santa Barbara, 946. And Santa Maria, 300. And then the San Ynez Valley, 24. And just comparing the changes between 2011 and 2013, you can see that the Santa Barbara region still is the greatest. Santa Barbara proper on the south coast, with 64.53 this year and 67.71 the previous 2011. Santa Maria all edged up as well. They went from 15.82% to 20.46% of the contacts in the region. So you can see Santa Barbara edged down slightly, and Santa Maria increased in overall homeless population, at least by the contacts by region. Keep in mind, keep your frame of reference that this is all point in time. We're not going to capture everyone, as Angela said, when we go out and survey. It's a point in time where these are just the people that we're able to capture and find. Just a visual comparison. You can see it didn't change much. It's, there are some slight decreases in Santa Barbara, slight increases in Santa Maria, but the overall visual distribution, you can see it stayed fairly constant. The living situation. We wanted to find out, where are people living, or where are they having to sleep at night. And you can see the greatest amount are on the streets and in the shelters, also in vehicles. And we have some reporting transitional housing or other, and SRO, and doubled up. And again, you can see the distribution between 2013 and 2011. The percentages are pretty much right on. They didn't shift that much. And we also have other general demographic information that other people are all often interested in, as far as what percentage are males, and that's 68% are male, 32% female, veterans 14%, and youth 25 and under, unaccompanied adults are 10%, elderly 9%. Comparison to national figures, these national figures were taken from the 2011 AHAR fact sheet that shows that we pretty much follow the national trend of males being 62%, female 38%. Veterans are still tracking right on there as well. Additional demographic information. We have found that the average age of the people we encountered and surveyed was 43 years of age. The oldest individual contact living out on the streets, 84. 84 years of age living out on the streets. That's just not right. Sorry, it's a little editorial. The youngest individual contact we came across, 18. Average time homeless, 6.4 years. Imagine being homeless 6.4 years. Of those people we surveyed, we also asked how many of you have you gone through the foster care system? 14%, or 124 respondents, indicated they've been through the foster care system. 30% indicated they've been a victim of violence and trauma on the street. Then we also wanted to see what were the number of visits to the ER and hospital admissions, and kind of determine a cost of those visits. And there were 732 visits to the ER, and at a cost of $732,000 estimated, and admissions in the hospital, 685. That's an estimated cost of $4,110,000. We also asked if they've ever been incarcerated, and 72% of the respondents indicated that they've been in jail, and another 25% indicated they've been in prison, with the cost there given at a total of $13,296,650. So if we could just switch those costs to housing folks, we could do a lot better for our communities. We also asked the question, and this was different, we didn't ask this question in the 2011 survey. We asked, what are the reasons that why did you become homeless? And, that's a complex question, and you're not often going to get at the answer, so we tried to break it down into just a few different options. And 19% said because of the economy, and they lost their home. 18% because of health issues. 26.1% they answered because of loss of job. That could go along with the economy. That goes two together. Military discharge, indicating that because they were discharged from the military, had nowhere else to go. 1%. Other, they didn't really give a specific. They just said other is 31%, with the remainder unknown. We also wanted to get at what their education level is, and you can see that from these answers, a big majority are high school graduates, and some even have some college, GED. So I think this just shows that becoming homeless can capture you, whether you're high school educated, college educated. It's a complex issue. We also wanted to find out people's income, where their sources of income were. And so we asked a series of questions. And here on this slide you can see that many people do have sources of income, whether it's working on the books or off the books, whether they're from panhandling or recycling, pensions. Some have small pensions. Many are disabled, and so they have SSA, SSDI. Some have VA benefits if they're veterans, and also they receive quarter of the respondents receive assistance in the form of food stamps. So now I'm going to turn over the slides to